Papa Cow here, and it's still Christmas time. And I have a book that's very old and battered that my parents read to me when I was a little boy. And it's called The Shiniest Star. And some of it is made up and some of it is real. See if you can figure out which is which. The Shiniest Star. And as I said, it is very broken down. It says, well, some special little angels, just the very smallest size, used to have the job of shining all the stars up in the skies. An alarm clock rang at sundown when most children go to bed, waking pigtails, waking crew cut, waking little tonsil head. It's kind of a neat book. You got a kind of a pop out on it. They would yawn and take their showers, baths. Pigtails had her hair to do. Then they'd all get very busy, shining stars the whole night through. Little angels often argue over whose wings are the widest, over who can fly the fastest, and of course, whose star is the brightest. Whose is the brightest? As an answer, two small voices shouted, mine. But poor Tonsilhead was worried. My star doesn't seem to shine. Theirs are bigger, theirs are better. Look at theirs so twinkle bright. And a tear fell down from heaven like a raindrop in the night. While the other two were telling just how bright their stars could glow, Tonsilhead kept busy shining, even the back that doesn't show. Why, of course, my star is brightest, lazy little pigtails said. I don't really need to shine it. I can just go back to bed. Once when I was busy sleeping, frightened voices waked me. I looked down and saw a sailboat lost and sinking in the sea. Waves kept coming big and bigger, and the night was very dark. They just couldn't see the shoreline. What they did see was a shark. Then my star came to the rescue. That's what shining stars are for, 'cause it lighted all the ocean, so those men could find the shore. What a bright star, they kept saying, and I certainly was proud as I finished up my catnap underneath a fleecing cloud. Tonsilhead was so discouraged, hearing all that Pigtails said, but you know who kept on working? Yes, you guessed it, Tonsilhead. Touselhead. And the boy said, now the starlight makes the night so bright and clear, there's the pathway to our garden, so our home is very near. We missed a page. Just a second. Let's go back. Next, the little crew-cut angel stopped his work and said with pride, listen, my star saved two children, lost and wandering side by side. It was midnight in the forest. They were scared as scared could be, but my star shone through the darkness. I was helping them to see. Look, that star is bright as daylight. I'm not frightened, said the girl. Those aren't bears, they're deer and rabbits. That's no wolf, it's just a squirrel. Wow, that's cool. And the boys said, now the starlight makes the night so bright and clear. There's the pathway to our gardens, so our home is very near. Yes, sirree, I really helped them, and I guess they're glad all right that I kept my star so shiny they could get home by its light. Touslehad said very sadly, dearest little star of mine, I still love you, though I'm certain you will never learn to shine. It's kind of sad. Suddenly, the little angels looked around. Let me see if I can hold this. Suddenly, the little angels looked around with great surprise, for a brilliant light was shining. Many angels filled the skies, and the song that they were singing will be often sung again, for it gave the world a promise, peace on earth, goodwill to men. Looking down, the little angels saw the shepherds and their sheep gathered round the baby Jesus in a manger, fast asleep. Only Touslehad was bashful. Here where everything is bright, my small star and I aren't wanted. Guess I'll fly away tonight. Looking downward through the darkness to a country dim and far, Touslehad saw men on camels looking upward at the star. They were lonely, lost, and helpless, seeking something far away, when the shining star above them made these wise men stop and say, it's the star that God has promised, star of guidance, star of love. Touslehad thought, am I dreaming? It's my star they're speaking of. Slowly, Touslehad kept flying back to Bethlehem once more, knowing it was baby Jesus that these men were looking for. When at last they reached the manger with the star as bright as day, pausing there above the Christ child, Touslehad heard voices say, see the star of Christmas, it's brightest and the best. Of all heaven's little angels, guess which one was the happiest? When the Christmas star is shining in the dark blue sky at night, maybe Touslehad's still working, proud and glad to keep it bright. What a great story. And also, the book was torn to bits, as you can see, but it's very, very old. So we need to be very careful with books. But even old books that are in pieces can be fun to read. Hey, Merry Christmas.